All right, sorry guys, technical difficulties. Can't remember exactly where we're at. We're definitely fitting to jump into the spoilers of the show. 30 to 45 minutes, first part of the movie. I've already actually said this one time or two times or three times probably, but was pretty action packed. First 45 minutes was like Mandalorian and Grogu, like basically having an adventure going in. We had like the cool
different bounties.
Yeah, different little things he was trying to do to get things situated. He's working for the New Republic, obviously now. The first battle was pretty cool because it had like the old school, like they did a little nostalgia bait in there because they did like old school Empire stuff going on. Like the one guy's like, "Oh, the air for the Empire!" Like, "Hey, Empire! Oh, it's so great!" And then like he's the first one that runs whenever the Mandalorian shows up and starts like kicking tail. You had that kind of stuff going on, and like I said, it was like the Battle of Hoth from Empire Strikes Back. You had the snow troopers basically there. They were cool to see. Mandalorian and Grogu rides at ATST. You saw that in the previews actually, where they're going down the hill. Looked pretty cool to a certain point. I thought the special effects was done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie that didn't spend as much as like a lot of the other Star Wars films before it. I think this had a budget of 180 million, and that's not counting like how much they spent to like promote this thing, which they spent a lot. You got the Burger King stuff going on,
we got
commercials happening everywhere and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure that added a pretty good penny. So this movie does have to make a decent amount of money to actually end up breaking even and stuff. That it's tracking for a pretty good weekend. With that being said, it gets down to the bottom of the hill, and we get AT-ATs, the AT-AT walkers, which are like really cool to see. But the Empire needs to stop using them because everybody just goes underneath them, and that's how they end up taking them out every time.
Yeah,
it's like they never win. That's the problem. That's my problem. Like you need to have a scene where the AT-ATs actually like mess some shit up, right? 100%.
They're kind of slow.
Yeah, well, they're slow, but like once you get underneath them, there's no like guns. By now, you should have attached. Listen, the Empire should have learned by now. There should be some like people that can man some guns like underneath it in case people get below it, so like it doesn't have this.
But then you mess up one of the legs and it's just toppling.
But it's like all the big ships for the Empire, like the destroyers and stuff. If you get behind them, you almost are defenseless at that point. Like they don't have like most of their guns are like facing forward as the ship's going forward. But with that being said, that was a really cool scene. I thought it was really good, well done. The action was pretty cool. Reminded me a little bit at spots for like John Wick, like because he was doing things like throwing knives close range. He was doing like elbows and stuff mixed in with gun stuff. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of that. It wasn't like picture perfect with that because it's obviously Star Wars and they got blasters and stuff like that. But it was pretty. I thought it was done pretty well.
It was. I liked all the, like I said in the other review, I liked all the fighting and the cinematography and Grogu.
Like anything else from that, like first, like
the first there, like all the fighting. I liked when they were running down the hill, and I was like, oh, how is this gonna go? Because it was pretty steep, and I was like, aren't they gonna fall over? But it just ran. Like I thought it was gonna topple down the hill.
And I'll go ahead and say
it could topple down.
The things for this movie is pretty contained to like the show. So like one of the bad guys at one part of one of the seasons, if I'm not mistaken, it may have been season 2, was like you got to see it. May have been season 3 as well. I can't remember which one, but there was some Hutts, and they were called the Twins. They were the people that kind of took over when Jabba was taken out. So in this, like, so they get involved where the Mandalorians got to do something for them, go save their like nephew or whatever.
He gets a thing to find this person, but the person's faceless. They don't know what he looks like or what he is. But the twins' nephew is missing. Jabba the Hutt's son, and they want him to find the son and bring him back, and they'll give him the information to find the other dude to bring him back to the Republic, right? The old Republic.
Yep. Well, the New Republic. Republic. So like,
I don't know.
So yeah, you're going to go see the twins, and then you have that issue there. Then he goes and tries to save or get their nephew. It's supposed to be locked up. He technically kind of is locked up.
He is locked up.
But he's kind of there on his own free will at the same time because he thinks that like, oh, I'm going to keep fighting. I only have one more fight to go, and then I'm going to be free of my contract. I'll be able to be my own person. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I don't want to take over where my dad took over, but the twins want me to basically the only reason why they want me is to kill me,
take it over. And so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, after my last fight, I'm my contract's up and I could go be my own person. But that's not what's happening. So they want him to fight pretty much fight till the death, basically, like be fighting multiple big monsters. And he tries to tell him that, and then Jabba the what's his name, Rafa?
Yeah, he's got like a weird name. He's from like the Clone Wars era too. Like he was super small and he was like a big annoying dork thing. But in this one, he's like
him in this one.
This one he's big, strong, muscular. He's like going around.
He's like I'm. They're all cheering for me. He goes. Usually when you see Hut, the Huts, they're booing you, but here they are cheering for me. So he thinks that they all love him, and that's why he's like still doing this, and he doesn't want to leave and wants to finish out his last fight because he thinks he can win, and then he'll think he's gonna go.
Yeah, but obviously they're just cheering for him because he's like winning fights and stuff like that.
But when they think that, because obviously Mandalorian gets captured and they throw him in the ring with him. But when they think, he's going to be killed, they're like, kill him, and he sees all that, and then the dude, Mandalorian gave up, and then
I don't think that was done.
Thinking, if I give up, he wins the fight and he's out of his contract. But that's not what this bad guy had in mind.
I don't think the story they were telling was kind of bad there. I actually think that was cool, to be honest with you. I
knew he wasn't letting them go.
My problem is none of these Huts would be talking in common. They should be talking in Huttese and basically just have it to where
but they're making this one different. So he's his own person. So he's speaking.
Yeah, he's speaking like English over here, but it's like, bro, I don't mind for certain words and stuff like that.
I like that character.
No, I mean, I like the character. I just don't.
And he had a bond with Grogu, and I thought that was cute.
I'm fine with reading in Star Wars. We've had to do it since the very beginning. Any alien species shows up, you're supposed to read the screen from what they say, and I would have been super cool with that. It is weird,
but the twins even didn't all speak.
Yeah, they didn't speak all Huttese. They spoke like some English words here and there sporadically.
I think it was one of the twins was speaking.
But it didn't bother it as much as because most of the time when they did speak it, you read it on the screen. Mm-hmm. They spoke in the Huttese, that kind of deal. So this was a little weird with that. I will say one thing cool. Back in the day, you would hear stories about how Jabba the Hutt was like a big warrior and stuff, but he was like this big fat blob. You're like, how the hell did how did he even do anything? Yeah. That was like cool with like fighting or whatever. You actually get to kind of see what what that species could actually do. Mm-hmm. Like you could it was kind of cool how they had like the younger version, his son, like fight in the arena and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It was kind of cool how he was like he would roll around, do almost athletic things, which was kind of like I said it was.
But they showed him as more muscular.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he had like abs.
Yeah, he did.
Abs
and arm muscles and
this Hutt, he had abs. You know what I'm saying? He's out there doing this thing. But I liked him. A lot of that stuff happens. That's the first part of the movie, basically. Then we find out the Mandalorian, like in the twins. The Mandalorian doesn't want to give him up because, like, he's a cool guy and he's actually helped out a lot, and he had the information technically.
Yeah, and there was that thing that was said, "Don't trust the Hutts." Mm-hmm. And there was a thing you couldn't trust them because they were being snaky.
Yeah, because they were trying to kill him because he's technically the one that's supposed to take charge of where after Jabba is dead.
Yeah, but
he's his son.
They wanted the son back because they wanted to kill him.
Yep.
And who knows if they would have
torture him. They actually started torturing him. They didn't really kill him.
And they could have, okay, you gave us a son and didn't give Mando the correct information. So who ended up giving him the information was that kid, Jabba the Hutt's son, gave him the information about the guy, and that's when he let him go and to be his own person and went and got, he was like, you're a Mandalorian, you know when people are lying.
This is when I started noticing a couple of things, though, that was kind of like, it's like, he just happens to know the information that you need so that you can, like, save him and stuff and not have to return him. Mm-hmm. And all of that stuff, which then causes the problems because then obviously the twins are going to send people. They have a bunch of bounty hunters. They start sending out to go get the Mandalorian themselves. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it was kind of convenient a little bit that he happened to know exactly what, like, he happens to be the guy. Like, the guy that's doing this whole, like, fighting in the arena thing. It happens to be the guy they've been searching for.
Yeah, but he didn't know that, right?
No, he knew that. That's what I'm saying. He told Mando, I got the information you need. I know who you're looking for. You don't have to turn me in. That's why he didn't turn him into the twins.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that was the guy. That was the guy that was.
Yeah, and my other problem is they catch the guy.
Because we didn't know who the person was.
No, but they catch the guy. They end up catching the guy. Mando shows up, and then like Sigourney Weaver's character is like, "Hey, you went against the twins. That's going to cause problems and stuff like that." He's like, "But I got who you've been searching for."
Yeah.
And we didn't really see that dude again. We saw him getting taken to jail basically, and so we didn't even find out any reason why they even wanted him. Yeah, the old Empire, like he was like a general or something in the Empire, and they wanted him for a reason, but you never hear any reason like why they really wanted him, except for the fact that he had information.
Yeah, because he had information, but the scene more had to do with the twins. I guess the show had more.
Right, so the twins was part of the seasons and stuff leading up to the movie. I just think that kind of that part of it fell flat. I mean, if you saw the non-spoiler part, like both of us liked the movie and stuff, but I think that right there was one thing that somebody could complain about. Like, and I would agree with them. It's like you caught this guy; he was supposed to be the big bad to a certain point, and he kind of was up to a certain point in the movie, and then he was just taken away and never heard from again. Then it became the twins, and Mandalorian and Grogu goes back to where the twins are because he gets captured. Crap, what's his name? The dude with the flat hat. I can't think of him. He's a bounty hunter. He's in the Clone Wars as well. It starts with like an E, if I'm not mistaken, but basically he's like this robotic, pretty cool, like little bounty hunter, and he goes out and he actually captures one of the little small Baba Freak guys.
Oh, and I love those guys.
Yeah, and they capture Mandalorian, obviously, like in a shock thing, so he can't do anything. So they take him back to the huts. He gets dropped down. There's a bunch of creatures in this. They probably did more creatures than any other movie out there. But he falls down. He kills these smaller creatures that's down there, and then all of a sudden the Big Daddy comes out, and then he has to fight up against them and all of that.
He doesn't kill the thing. That's when.
Yeah, he hurts it a few times, but obviously it's this big, huge snake creature.
And it kind of hurt him.
Yeah. He gets scratched or bit a little bit or something, and it's got poison in it. So he gets out and basically escapes.
With the help of those little creatures and Grogu.
Yeah.
Because they had the thing.
But yeah, he gets out. Like they decide to like do the thing. Mandalorian. They're trying to escape. They come up to the ship, and it's a little small ass ship. They did a camera trick to where it looked like it was a big ship when it left the planet the first time.
But it's because those were little creatures. But you knew it was a small ship because Grogu was the biggest in the ship when they put. And I was laughing.
That was kind of funny.
I'm like, they're bringing them into the ship, and it's not going to be able to fit.
So like the Mandalorian's like, we got to get out of here because he escapes, and when he escapes, obviously they're sending everybody, all the bounty hunters there and stuff. The twins send all that stuff after him. They're like dodging bullets. He's killing some of them. He's like, we got to get out of here. And so the Baba Frick's characters and like Grogu show up in this little bitty ship. Obviously, the Mandalorian can't fit in it, so he's like, "Get out of here! Get out!"
Tells all of them to go.
This is kind of a thing.
But Grogu doesn't go.
Yeah, but it was too obvious. Like to me, like Grogu's not gonna go. They don't show him get on the ship or anything. He's like walking towards the ship like he's gonna go. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit. Like, like he didn't leave. Grogu didn't leave. The Mandalorian.
I didn't know he didn't leave, so.
But the Mandalorian takes out some folks, but then he falls pretty much unconscious, dying from some poison. Grogu finds him and does like a force thing to like pull the poison out.
No, he does it so it like closes up
the wound or whatever. I thought it got some of the poison out too. Maybe it didn't.
No,
but
because he had to get the other thing from the dude that told him to give it to him.
Yeah. So like.
But he's unconscious.
Yeah, this is part of the movie where it's kind of like Grogu's film at this point. And it goes on for like 20, 25 minutes or so.
I loved it. So you see him doing everything to try to protect him. He covers him in a bunch of, because they're in the woods, covers him in like leaves and bricks and branches and like, so when they walk by, they don't see him. And then he builds like a dirt like
hut. Like there's a few days that passed
by
in this time.
And then I thought it was cute because he had to push him into the thing, and his feet were hanging out, so he kept like pushing and kept hitting his helmet.
Yeah,
and
that was another
ding,
one of the funny
ding.
moments. That was a moment
cute.
that I thought was kind of funny. Like I can didn't make me like roll my eyes and stuff. That was legitly funny. So he builds like a mud hut, and it's not long enough for the Mandalorian. So yeah, his feet still hanging out of the hut.
So he uses like branches to cover it.
Right, but he's using the force to like try to
Push
get him to
in.
go in further, and all you can hear is his helmet like clanking on the back of the little thing he made. He bumps into Grogu's going around looking for like water and stuff. He ends up bumping into another creature that was just chilling, like a fisherman, basically just chilling in the woods, doing that thing, finding out what's going on there. And this guy eventually helps out Grogu, gives him some like basically like medicine or something that could help with the poison.
Well, first he steals a fish from him, and he's hiding, and then he sees him. He goes, "Were you the one that?" Because the frog tried to eat him, and he saved him from a frog. He goes, "I figured you're the one that stole my fish."
But basically, the bounty hunter that had captured Mandalorian the first time shows up one of the times while Grogu's there, and that bounty hunter gives up the information basically of like, oh, we're looking for this Mandalorian. He should be sick, possibly ill, maybe even dead from poison and stuff. So that's how that guy.
But we don't hear him saying
another convenient thing. Why would the bounty hunter give this random fisherman dude all the information about basically he's poisoned, he's going to be sick?
That's because Grogu can't talk, so they need to.
But it's
they
like,
need to help him.
It's convenient. That's another like kind of plot device that happens in the movie that I'm kind of like, all right, cool. It's like. This is the thing. When we did the review for the Mortal Kombat 2, this is why I brought it up. Mortal Kombat 2, I didn't give a crap about like any of that stuff really. It was just I'm there to see Mortal Kombat fighting. That's what you do in the video game. The story part of it doesn't matter. Star Wars is different. I like gave the warning. I do give criticisms to Star Wars because of the fact that the writing needs to be good, the lore part needs to work along with the action because that is what Star Wars is.
It worked for me. It worked for me. I
think it's going to work for a lot of people, to be honest with you. But me criticizing a point is not saying that I don't like the movie.
I know.
Like, I'm going to judge it
we
fairly.
all know that because Grogu can't talk to tell this guy.
Yeah, she over here not liking me, like, saying anything negative because of the fact that, like, it might be a Grogu moment or something, and she's, like, getting mad
But
about
it. I'm not getting mad about it.
She bought 4 cups a day, guys. 4 cups just so she could get the other 2 Grogu toppers.
So I got the 2 of them. He wanted that one with the Mandalorian.
No, we got 2 other cups that cost about, what, $30 a piece. Because she wanted to get the other toppers, they didn't sell separately. So let's just go ahead and be honest with your love for Grogu.
I do love Grogu. I never did.
And she probably did like the Bubba Frick guys. That's one of the things I call them because one of them, they were in the sequel trilogy. There was like the little character, Bubba Frick.
The little characters that fix everything.
Yeah. So like,
I thought they were cute. They are cute, and they're friends with Grogu, and Grogu is like, he's like,
this
don't
is a
hurt
moment,
them. Like,
I didn't like totally hate this section of the movie, but this is a part of the movie. The movie was over 2 hours long. I think it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes long. You could have cut this down. You could have cut this movie down some time, and I think it still would have worked. You still could have had some of the things that happened in it. I just think this one dragged a little bit too long in this moment, especially with a movie that if this movie would have been an hour and 45 minutes total, I'd have been like, oh, cool, whatever.
It says it's 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 12 minutes long. There's no reason for it to be that long. Because you could have cut some away from here, maybe even a couple of other little moments that didn't really matter. But then eventually Mandalorian, he gets back up and then he's like, hey, we can run because they did find a bigger ship. He's like, we can run or we can.
It was the ship that the Hut kid was in.
So like
caught. And
there was a guy that supposedly the Mandalorian knew that would get Jabba's son off the world planet.
To go hide somewhere
and take somewhere to hide, but basically
they found him.
The twins. Well, I think the twins paid the dude, whoever it was, like a bunch of freaking money. Because why would that guy, if he's transporting the son somewhere, he randomly shows up at the twins' planet, and then they take him down, and that's how they get Jabba's son.
But the ship is all messed up, so I thought maybe they got shot down or something.
Yeah, they probably got shot down, but still, it don't matter because why would you show up at that planet? If you're trying to hide him, that's the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, that's another thing we don't know. If somebody they could have captured him.
The only thing that makes that make sense is this guy was actually bringing him. He was going to bring him in to get a bounty, and because like, he turned his back on the Mandalorian, whoever that was, because we really only saw the robot.
Yeah.
So we didn't see a person or anything that was supposed to be this gun runner. They just called him the gun runner. But anyway, that's another convenience. Mm-hmm. He just happens to be the double trickster or whatever, and he's trying to get money from the twins. He shows up on their planet, gets shot down so that they could have a ship to get out of there. So like that was another plot convenience there.
They didn't get out of it because he went straight for the castle.
Right. But it gave him a way to escape.
It gave him a way to go there, but it wasn't flying very well.
No, they had the option. So let me get this straight. They had the option to either get out and run and get out of there, or to like fight. Because he was like, the twins are going to come after us all the time.
Yeah, he knew. So he was like, might as well go fight.
So they picked a fight.
Yeah.
And that's why they ended up doing basically like a bomb. They did a bomb run basically with the old tore up ship. They just kept driving until they blasted and went into the side of the twins. Like it's basically like this big tree thing that's like made like into a huge hut. And
treehouse.
Yeah, basically. And they run into it with the ship. And then they start fighting or whatever because they know the twins are not going to stop fighting them and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. But like I said, kind of like another plot, little convenience there. Then you had the fight.
I wanted them to go after those little friggers because they're not little, the big ones. Because I didn't like them. I didn't like Jabba the Hutt. So I'm not.
But you have like
and like he said, don't trust the Hutts, and these two you couldn't trust. So.
Some pretty cool like choreography going on here at this moment. He gets he fights his way to where the Jabbas are in their little palace part, like where they sit at and everything. They end up releasing Jabba's son, so he gets released so he can jump into the fight. So basically Jabba's son's fighting the twins. You got the bounty hunter, which I'm brain farting on his name. I think it starts with the E. It's going to kill me. I'm going to have to look it up when I get done with this. But the bounty hunter, them two fighting each other, the Mandalorian and the bounty hunter that captured him the first time are in a fight. And then you have the dog for the bounty hunter versus like Baby Yoda, Grogu going into it. And it's a pretty cool little fight sequence. Like nothing really to complain about here. It was pretty good.
Is it Embo?
Yeah. So Embo. It was Imbo. I should have remembered it. Like I used to call him Kimbo Slice because I was like a MMA fighter. But Imbo is in the fight. So like anyway, there's a pretty cool fight sequence. As they're getting onto it, the Jabbas are super big and stuff. The hole that opens up to lets like that drops people down so they have to fight the monsters or whatever they got down there in the pit. Starts getting messed up because obviously they weigh so much and they're slamming each other on there. Eventually that thing collapses.
Well, they said, you're going to kill us all. Like,
yes, he's like, stop, you're going to kill us all. All the two Jabbas, the twins, Imbo and his dog and everything, they all fall down through the pit. The only reason why the son doesn't fall, the Jabba's son doesn't fall is because Grogu uses the Force to like hold him up and like keep him from falling.
I thought that was cute because he didn't hurt him. Like he was feeding them. So when they went to go visit him and he was in the like being held, Grogu like was watching him and he's like, oh, he can come in, and he was like, no, he's like, I'm not gonna hurt him, and he was feeding Grogu the food that he had. And he's like, he's actually cute, you know, like, he's like, I'm not, and he told him to go out there. And they became friends, so of course, you know, he helped him. Yeah,
but you're going to like anybody that helped Grogu out.
I mean, the interactions with him were nice.
Hey, like, she bought 4 cups. There's no arguing.
Stop.
All right, so here we go.
You bought me the freaking throw rug, so.
Yeah, because I was a nice guy. Plush, but here goes the deal. The one thing I will say about the ending on this that I didn't care for as much is like the Hutts and stuff being basically devoured by the big snake down in the pit is cool. But I think that should have been like a better edit.
Rada the Hutt.
Yeah, Rada.
That's what it is.
Nobody cares. Rada,
I care. Here, I like him.
But
that was voiced by Jeremy Allen White. I didn't realize that.
So the twins get eaten by the big snake creature and stuff, which I'm fine with. That's a okay ending. Like they get eaten by their own like predators or whatever. But my problem with it is I think it should have been edited differently. I think so. What happens is that happens, and then Grogu and them's having to get out of the thing really quick because like Sigourney Weaver and all the other people that we know, the New Republic shows up with some ships to like blow it up.
Because the little guys,
and Mandalorian's like, blow it up, like I will get out of here kind of situation and stuff. He's like, just go ahead, blow it up. So they're doing basically a bombing run to blow up the big treehouse thing, and there's like other ships out there that they're fighting with or whatever to get to the treehouse thing to be able to bomb it. And I think like that timer should have been done while the battle was still happening. Like, go ahead, and they're still fighting, and it's like the time's running out. Like, but because it was the baddies, the twins, were dead at that point.
Yeah, they got.
And then we get this sequence where everything's still fully functional. Everybody's still doing things. Like, to me, if your two leaders get like murdered, like, you're not gonna still like necessarily be like trying to protect. Yeah, but exactly. Like giving up your life for that.
But they didn't know.
I mean, you can say that.
They didn't know.
I'm just saying it would have been cool to me if it would have been just cut where like the battle's happening. He has like the little comm or whatever, and he's like, "Oh shit!" They come out of nowhere, and it's like, "Go ahead, we'll get out of here." And they're fighting, and the battle's still going on, and they're running out of time, and the ship's coming in at the same time. And then there at the last minute, the Jabba thing happens where the hole falls. They save Rada.
Embo's like,
Embo like, pieces out. He's like, get the hell out of here. Yeah,
like,
he gets out of there. I'm out. He escapes like the Mando did basically the first time.
Yeah.
So like, but if they would have had all that jumbled up together, and then right after the Hutts die, you see like Mandalorian and them like running like to jump out of the thing, and they do their thing, and the bombs hit like that. To me, would have been a better cut. That would have been better if the time limit would have been there while they still doing the fight. Because not only do you have the fight scene that's happening, but you also know that, shit, they're finna blow it up.
And then, when they were blow it up, right, and it's when they came in and jumped out.
No, but that's what I'm talking about, though, is that they should have did it at the same time the fight was happening. Not have the fight and the bad guys die, and then still have, like, they showed up after the bad guys die. The New Republic showed up, so like the Hutts got eaten by the big snake. Then all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, we're here," and it's the little Bubba freak guys like, "We told you we were coming back," and however they talk. And so they show up and they're like, "Hey, we're here," and then it's like, "Blow it up, blow it." He's like, "Do all your firepower where I'm at," and it's like, "There's a bunch of people here or something," and then he's like. They're like, "Well, no, I'm not going to give that order." And it's like, "No, it'll be okay. I'm getting out of here." And then they like find a way out and jump out right before the bombs hit. To me, it would have been cooler if the fight scene's happening, they still show up, right? They show up while the fight's happening. And now
they needed to give them time.
The fight's happening and they're over here like, "Oh crap, not only do we have to win the fight, but we have to do it fast because we got to get out of here. The bombers are coming." I just think that would have been a better way to do it.
I liked it the way it was.
Mm-mm.
I did. I liked the fighting. I liked the running.
That was pretty much it. I mean, there really wasn't nothing at the very. I mean, they obviously get saved or whatever. There's no like, there's no mid-credit scene or any of that kind of stuff. There's no like big thing at the end of it that was just like, "Oh, cool," like leading up to anything else to me.
Well, he got free, and so
obviously, yeah,
Rado's free.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the complaints I think that some people are like trying to state is there wasn't huge stakes. You knew that Grogu and Mandalorian's not going to die. Possibly Rada could have died. That could have been something that could have happened. And that's some of the people's complaints.
I can see them using him with them.
Some of the people's complaints I've already seen that's gotten to see it. Some of the critics are coming out saying there's not like a lot of high stakes. I kind of understand what they're talking about. There's not a lot of high stakes with the movie. There's not like there's fun moments and fun times, and I don't think they did anything wrong. But I wasn't like I said, that the change that I just said would have possibly had me gripping my seat a little bit. Like, oh shit, like they got to hurry up and beat these guys and not get blown up. That might have added some more tension.
I was on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going on.
It don't take a lot for her to get on the edge of the seat. So that's the difference between someone who loves horror and someone that don't. You got to get a little bit more. But that has been a complaint online that I've seen by some of the critics and stuff, like going to Rotten Tomatoes and everything, saying that They didn't feel like it had a huge amount of stakes. I kind of agree with that a little bit, but the movie's not bad. Like, it's not a bad movie. Like, Acolyte's bad. The Obi-Wan Kenobi show's bad. The sequel, especially the last film. I don't hate on The Last Jedi as much as other people, but I understand their criticisms. But the last one of the sequel trilogy, bro, that thing was a mess. There was like a cool moments, and I love Star Wars, and it kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. But like most of the movie was just a discombobulated like piece of crap, to be honest with you, as far as the movie goes.
But I just wanted to say I'm glad. So Rod is going to be part of the good guys. He's joining the.
Oh God, get out of here! Yeah, he's part. Zeb was in there. We didn't bring up Zeb. Zeb's in there. I actually do think
I like that dude. But
he was kind of cool, but I think he should have been in the movie more.
Yeah,
like it would have been cool if he would have been captured the same time with the Mandalorian, and he was kind of part of the fight or something.
He's like, I'm coming for you guys. He's like, yeah, he's pretty cool, dude. And he's like, I think I got a uniform that might fit.
And he looked good. I actually think he looked good, and he like. But now I will say the criticism with that would be, he does get like one kind of fight scene where he's kind of helping out, and he's in a hallway and he's taking people out. But my problem with that fight scene, they were pretty creative in most of the other fight scenes in the movie. But that one was him going in a hallway, and he literally just did the same move over and over again, just one side of the hall to the other side. He would like spin the thing, bam, and then he would spin the thing, bam, spin the thing, bam, to the other side. It was like no creativity. Like there wasn't much to do there.
I liked it.
Girl, do you think it was as creative as all the other things in the movie?
I liked it. I wasn't paying attention if he was doing the same move. I was paying attention if he was kicking ass.
I pay attention to that stuff.
I mean, if that one move works for you, then do it. I would do it over and over again if that's working for me too. Like, I don't know what to tell you. The boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It just makes it dumb because, like, to me, I like the bad guys. I think the bad guys are kind of cool.
I don't like the bad guys, so
and all that stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, like, the third bad guy should have been like, oh, he just did this move 2 times in a row.
We're yin and yang here. I
listen.
Don't care as long as
all hell the Empire. The Rebel scum is like the New Republic, whatever you want to call them. They're a bunch of whiny crybaby, worthless.
I'm with Grogu. Send me all the Grogu stuff if you got it.
But with that being said, in our non-spoiler review at the beginning of the video, we both obviously enjoyed the film. I didn't think it was bad at all. I liked the fact that I went and enjoyed it. There may have been like one moment where an eye roll thing happened. There might be like one moment where like I had a little bit of an eye roll. There's a couple of plot things, conveniences that happens that you can complain about, I guess, but it's not bad. Now, it's not even close to being the best Star Wars movie of all time or anything else at that time.
My one thing is I was like, this can't be it, because I was like, no, there's got to be more. There's like another hour left to this, but that was only one little tiny thing, but that was it. I liked it. Like I said, I like the cinematography. I like the fight scenes. I love Grogu, and I thought a lot of the characters were pretty badass.
And there's going to be a lot of people like Brandi. There's going to be a lot of people like
Brandi. I liked him.
There's going to be a lot of people like Brandi that's not as invested as much in Star Wars, that goes sees because of a boyfriend or husband or something like that, that's going to enjoy it more than some other people. Like a big Star Wars fan like me, there were some things, like I said, it's not the greatest Star Wars film ever, but not every one of them's going to be. They can't hit a perfect 1,000. But with that being said, most of the time, I just think people are down on it because I wish Disney would just sell it. Disney, just sell the thing. Just sell it to somebody else. Let somebody else make some Star Wars movies.
No. So what do you give this thing?
What?
We tell you, we go.
I say go to the movies and see this one just because of the fact that special effects, the sound, like especially if you can go see it like in a really nice theater, like with the IMAX or something like that, or even like the laser digital that some of the AMCs have. The AMC that we go to, I don't know if they even have that or not. They might, but like for whatever reason, the movies we went and seen, maybe it's because of the time or something. You wanted to see we saw the first showing. Well, definitely, because if you didn't, there was people in line buying like
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So like I bought that big ass AT over there.
Justin thought
there was somebody that bought
like
there was somebody in line in front of us that was buying like 2 or 3 of those things.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It's like, bro, just buy one, man. Be
but we were lucky to get everything.
That's one thing that sucks about them popcorn buckets is they don't send the theaters enough for each theater. Yeah. And then you have idiots that goes up there and buy 4 or 5 of them. and like you got a family that's trying to get like a Star Wars memorabilia piece from the theater, like, we're gonna splurge this one time and everything, and that kind of screws it up for other people.
I liked it. So if you love the movie, I definitely would go see it in the theater. It is a go see in the theater movie for me. I mean, you could also stream it when it comes out too, but it's definitely, I would go see it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Enjoy it.
No matter what you see on the internet, it's not like super great. So like, there's going to be people that kiss this film's butt just because they want to be invited to the next screening.
I'll kiss the butt to be invited to the next screening because I love Grogu and I love this movie. So if you want to send me and leave him home, that's fine with me.
Well, there
I'll
it is.
Go see it.
I'm just going to give you my honest opinion.
This is my honest opinion.
No, I know you love it. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be.
So like.
Was I talking about you? I was talking about the internet. There's going to be some people on the internet that are going to be kissing that booty hole, getting that brown nose going on, and then there's going to be other people that are going to be hating on it, and it shouldn't be hated on either. This movie is not a movie worthy of being hated on either. It's not worthy of either to me. It's somewhere in the middle. There's going to be a couple of people like Brandi.
Anybody wants to send me anywhere to go see some of the Grogu stuff, I will definitely go. If you want to send me something,
she's shilling out right here in the middle of everything. She's doing it right on front of Broad Street.
I just bought a whole bunch of stuff for Grogu.
I mean, hell, they should give you like some kind of pass to go see the next movie.
I loved it. I'm not into Star Wars like a lot of, like, I'm just getting
you messed up. You probably were going to, there was probably somebody going to see this. And they was going to be like, hey, let's see Brandi out to the next movie because of how much she sucked up on this movie.
Can you stop?
And then,
can you stop?
No. Then you just said you weren't even a big Star Wars fan. So now I would listen. You should have just lied.
Listen, I watched the Star Wars stuff growing up, but I didn't get into it like that because it wasn't, I wasn't.
See, now you're trying to back in.
No, I said this before. Can you open your ears and listen? I wasn't in before. And then I met you and you were more, boy, you need to clean yours out. When I got with you, you were into it, so I started watching them more. So I got into it more, and I'm starting to understand more. This one I really liked. I like Grogu, so I've been around since Grogu has been around. So, like, of course I'm going to love the character because I've, gotten to know because it came around when I started, being here into it more because of you. So, yeah, I like Grogu. I think he's cute and adorable, and
send him to the next screen, guys.
I liked it. He's more critical, but I liked it. I enjoyed this movie. And there are some movies I don't like, and you've seen me say it, that I didn't care for.
No, I just think it's like an enjoyable movie that you can have fun with. I know people hate them word fun.
8.5, 9 for me. It's a must go see in the movies. Like,
I still say go see it at the movies. Spend the money, go see it at the movies.
If you can get the stuff, if you're a fan, get all of it. We got all of it.
To me, it's a 7, 7.5.
He got the stuff that he wanted. I got the stuff that I wanted, and
hey, smart move by Disney, though. I am gonna say they actually did put the things on there. Like, even though it's Mandalorian and Grogu, like the cups, I would say would be the weaker thing, but like the Mandalorian helmet, like even though it's looks like the Mando helmet, it still looks like a really cool Beskar like Mandalorian helmet. It's not like I can go around and say I got that helmet. I don't have to say I got it at the Grogu movie. It looks like a Mandalorian helmet. The AT-AT is the same thing. It's like an AT-AT, that kind of deal. So they were smart throwing some items that actually you could buy and still be like, oh, yeah, cool. This looks like original Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And not just based on this.
So we know what we all think now. I love the movie. You like the movie?
Yeah, it's a both. Go see the movie. Like I said, it doesn't deserve hate just for people that's hating on it automatically, and it doesn't deserve kiss butthole either. It doesn't deserve either one of those.
I'm not kissing no butthole. I
didn't say you kissed no. You did at the end over there. You were trying to shill out to get yourself free tickets to go see the next movie.
They want to send me to this movie over and over again. I'll go watch it so many times. Go ahead, buy me a ticket.
All right, do your thing, girl.
What? We're going to do it at the same time?
No, I think I'm just going to,
We'll see you at the movies.